Hey everybody, good morning from the Justice Appalachian Homestead. You know, right now, what I'm doing is about that time where we start to harvest black walnuts. Now, why is your face bleeding, Lonnie? I'm not going to waste the first 5 minutes of this video in time-lapse while you guys watch me pick these things up, because I got this slope over here full of thorns. I spend half the time untangling thorns and branches from my face. It's like Evil Dead, you know, when the vines come alive and start wrapping around you. Good Lord, man. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I husk these things. I've looked at a lot of different videos on it. They're talking about driving your car over them. That's just lazy. They talk about hulling them by hand because it's therapeutic, and I agree. And I was even wearing gloves. Look at that. I didn't even know it was a hole in the glove because my thumb was black and sticking out. So I'm going to go with the traditional way that I see more often, is just putting them on the pavement and rolling them under my foot. That's the best way to go. So here you go. You're going to just take these, throw it down on the ground. Don't let it get away. Put your foot on it, press down a little bit, and just roll. Yeah, there you go. Now, I shouldn't be doing this because you should be wearing gloves. See it? All that paste and crap on it, you want to get all that off. The deed is done. It took about 20 minutes. And got everything into the bucket. That's what a 5-gallon bucket of nuts will look like after you get them all shucked or whatever, and you get about a gallon of water in there. See it foamed up. Whenever you see that, there's pulp in the water. All right. There's all kinds of devices that you can use to stir this stuff up, but odds are you've got something laying around the homestead to mix it up. But I found this to be perfect. Really, I've seen people take garbage cans and level them off with water and dump them in there, but you're going to have a lot of them bobbing, and you're really not going to clean them as good as you can if you give it just enough water to where you can see the nuts right along the top. You don't want them floating too much. Either closer together, and then just like the agitation of just rubbing against each other will knock that pulp off. Now really this is about the 3rd gallon that I'm running through this, because the first couple of shots I screwed up. So each time though, when you dump this out, as long as you're getting a pile of pulp out, I just keep going until I get the foam to go from like a brownish orange to at least, I don't know, a white, as close to white as you can get. As long as you see the ridge on the nut, you should be good. But you got to rinse these things, man. It's okay to leave them soak for a little while too before you agitate them, just to make sure, you know, you get that stuff to loosen up off of them. And stand back. All right, I'm going to slap on the lid, strain the water off, and we'll see what kind of pulp we're still getting off these guys. Look at that. You see that? Now before it was like a brownish orange. Foam's actually getting a little bit lighter, but each time you see that, it's because there's pulp still on them. going to be the last gallon. This is going to be my fourth and final rinse. I'm already seeing the ridges on the nuts, so you're not going to get them perfectly clean. You just don't want that layer of green and black paste on them. Nah, it doesn't seem as foamy this time. Hey, Red. How's my little Red? She's a good girl. Agitate them for like a minute or two. That's not too bad. See, it's not as... It doesn't look too bad. The foam is a lot cleaner looking. I'm just going to go over here and see what this... I still see a lot of it. Now see, that's dark, but it's not bad because it's like watered down coffee. Before, it was just horrible looking. Now see, after dumping it out, I don't even see really any foam on the actual walnut, so that's not bad. That's actually all right. See how that looks? You're always going to have a little something on there. So what I'm going to do is just put these in my feed bag. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's go a few at a time. This is just the second bucket. Now, I'm going to wash my hands immediately after this because I can see. Ooh. Just use an old empty feed bag. I'm just going to set them in the carport. Yep. So that's 2 5-gallon buckets. I think that's all I'm going to do. I just can't take any more thorns to the face, man. All right, I just brought them in my carport and laid them flat out. And here should keep the squirrels and everything away. I made sure they were laying flat. They say 3 or 4 weeks for them to cure. What is it, the 22nd of October? So I'll come back at the end of November and we'll give them the taste test. So depending on how fast you pick them up and how many thorns you have to deal with, 2 5-gallon buckets from beginning to end. If you do it the way I did it, it could take you about 90 minutes to 2 hours to get them to this stage. And then we're ready to wait a month. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until the next one, we'll holler at you later.